Political stakeholders are now reflecting on the botched anti-abduction demonstrations by the opposition party Chadema, which was planned on September 23, 2024. This was the third demonstration in the country within 2 months after protests emerged randomly in 4 other regions around the country, all protesting against the disappearance and abduction of people, particularly children. Amnesty International has urged Tanzanian authorities to urgently halt the mass arrests and arbitrary detention of government critics, as intimidation of members of the political opposition intensifies in the run-up to local government elections in December and the general election in 2025. Here's a report from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Police in Tanzania's capital, Dar es Salaam, were on high alert following protests. The demonstrations, which the authorities had moved to block, were against the alleged kidnapping and killing of members of the opposition Chadema party. Police arrested Tanzania's top opposition figures in mid-September. Despite an official ban, the Chadema party vowed to go ahead with the rally over the alleged kidnapping and killing of its members by security forces. The party said its chairman Freeman Mbawa and his deputy Tundu Lissu were both arrested.
What was done to me is an act of terrorism. The attack has deeply hurt me because I was left disabled for life. I cannot wear any shoes other than the type I am wearing now. I cannot walk properly. I walk with a bullet in my back. My body is full of metal.
Rights campaigners say President Samia Suluhu Hassan's government is targeting opponents ahead of local elections in December and a national vote in 2025. Police said 14 people were arrested, including Mbawa and Lissu, for defying a prohibition on the protests. The pair were also briefly arrested along with hundreds of supporters last month. Lissu survived being shot 16 times during an assassination attempt in 2016. Earlier this month, another senior Chadema member was abducted from a bus. His body was later found with signs suggesting he was beaten up and had acid poured on his face.
Today I spoke to Bob Amsterdam to start a case against Tigo and the government of Tanzania. We demand that Tigo tell us the truth. Who from the government gave the order that I should be killed? Tigo should present to us evidence and a list of names.
A critic of the ruling Chama cha Mapinduzi party, which is in power since Tanzania's independence in 1961, Lissu has been arrested several times in the past. The 56-year-old returned to Tanzania in 2023 after the government lifted a ban on opposition rallies. He had spent the previous 5 years largely in exile in Belgium, returning briefly to run for the presidency in 2020. As the second in command of the main opposition Chadema party, Lissu is now challenging the policies of President Samia Suluhu Hassan, who succeeded Magufuli after his death in March 2021. Twice arrested in recent months, he accuses Hassan of returning to the authoritarian practices of her predecessor after initially showing signs of openness to greater democracy. Africa Bureau, WION World is One.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.